after a cycle of dating toxic men, or maybe you were the toxic one, you are going to date a really nice guy. He is going to be so good to you. That is not your man. This is the first guy that has given you the bare minimum treatment. This is the first guy who has showed you what the foundation of dating someone should look like. Kindness, thinking of the other person, opening doors for you, literally the bare minimum. And you're going to be like, oh my God, the love of my life. This is not the love of your life. This is just a dude. I understand, because that happened to me. It's happened to a lot of my friends. It's that first healthy relationship that you get into after a cycle of toxic ones. This is your opportunity to take a step back, and instead of attaching yourself to this human being because they're giving you the bare minimum, you need to understand what it is that you actually want in a relationship, in a partner. You need
All right, that was the first part. Could you guys hear that very well? Right? So she's saying, let me play the second part because there are two parts.
that this person is to understand if you are the person that you want to be with yet. You have this idea that this person is the one for you because they're kind and nice, but that is the bare minimum. You should have more outside of just the kindness that they show you in the relationship to build a long-term relationship. That's not your man. I promise you, that is not your man.
So you guys heard that, right? She literally said, if a woman leaves a relationship, a toxic relationship, bad relationship, that ex-boyfriend wasn't nice to her, but then she finally meets a good guy, she's telling women that's not the guy for them. So if she meets you, the good guy, after the end of her relationship, she's telling other women that she should use you as, like a feeler. She should use you as to pass time, maybe to get over her heartbreak. That's why it's never really advised to date a woman who just came from the end of a relationship. Let's say 6 months, less than 6 months from the end of a relationship. I even believe 6 months is not enough, because especially if they've been together for a long time with a boyfriend, because she's still going to be attached to the guy in some sort of way, especially if they were together for more than a year. She's still going to be attached to the guy in some sort of way. And it's even worse if they have a kid together. That's even way worse. You feel me? So this woman is saying, hey, listen, if a woman comes from a toxic relationship, gets with a new guy who treats her better than the ex, guys, key words, if he treats her better than the ex, and she finally knows what a good guy looks like, that that's not the guy the woman should be with. So in other words, she's probably going to break up with you as well and keep looking, hoping she's going to find another good guy. To them, the grass is always greener. So if you guys meet a woman, and you ask her, how long have you been single? And she says, in my opinion, anything less than a year, you are probably going to, I don't even know. You probably shouldn't be with her, because in my opinion, she's probably still attached to her ex. The chances are high. It's even higher if they have a kid together. But if this is the message women are passing on, the chances are she's going to break up with you, hoping to find even something better. Now, let's imagine that X was a rich guy. Let's imagine that X was the type of guy who was even, spending all this money on her. And she claims it was a bad relationship. If she meets you, she's going to expect you to raise the bar. So she's going to ask you to do all the nice things the ex was doing and even more. So what makes you think you are the type of guy she's going to settle with? Because we all know women never take accountability in the relationship. Usually, when a relationship ends, most women blame the man, most women blame the ex. Most guys never really speak on it. When a relationship ends, that's when she says your dick was even small. And then I'm asking myself, okay, if my dick was small, why did you stay with me for 2 years? If it was too small and you didn't like my dick and the sex was so bad, why did you stay with me that long? You feel me? So usually when that relationship ends, women always like to say the worst of things about their ex-boyfriends. The men usually just stay silent. Men don't really talk too much. Maybe these days because of social media, but if you check on TikTok, it's usually the women abusing their exes. Oh, he was controlling, abusive, small dick energy. He was broke. He was dusty. He never spent money on me. So they say all these things, which, anyway, if you're going to be the new guy, it should click something in your head that, hey, listen, chances are, if I get into a relationship with this woman, and then we break up, she probably is gonna be making TikToks about me also, claiming I was abusive and controlling and I wasn't good in bed and things like that. So I think it's very important for men to ask women they're trying to date or get into a relationship with, to ask them how the ex was, or the relationship, what happened, what caused the end of your relationship. If you ask a woman what happened to your past relationship, to your last relationship, and all she does is speak the worst of the boyfriend, of the ex-boyfriend, chances are she's going to say the same thing to you about you when you guys finally end your relationship. But if she the type of woman who takes accountability, hey, listen, and she says something like, okay, we had some issues, he didn't treat me the best, but I also had she takes accountability, for example, and she says, I also did something wrong. I think that I would be a good woman, but most women are going to blame the ex. So for me, that would be a red flag. But apparently, good guys are not good anymore. So you guys gotta. So that's why I wanted to react to this and play the video for you guys, so you guys can make good choices out here. But if you're trying to be the good guy, so if you meet a woman and all she does is shit on the ex, say the worst things about the ex, she's gonna want you to be a good guy. But according to women now, you being a good guy is not enough. So they're saying even if you treat them better than the ex, they're still going to leave you because they believe you are not the real one. You're not the one, you're not their future husband. They're gonna leave you hoping they can find something better. That's what I mean. It's crazy. I'm gonna play it one more time because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna play it one more time. Let's hear it. Hold on.
After a cycle of dating toxic men, or maybe you were the toxic one, you are going to date a really nice guy. He is going to be so good to you. That is not your man. This is the first guy that has given you the bare minimum treatment. This is the first guy who has showed you what the foundation of dating someone should look like. Kindness, thinking of the other person, opening doors for you, literally the bare minimum. And you're going to be like, oh my God, the love of my life. This is not the love of your life. This is just...
Guys, we are doomed. So if the person treating you right is not the love of your life, then who is? She's literally saying if a guy treats a woman so nice, that's not the love of her life. So who the hell is the love of their life?